Hi everyone, my name is Ryan. Welcome to Math with RG. Thank you so much for being here. Now, if you've been watching my channel, remember that I always say, when you're doing math, or really anything that you're doing, I want you to say it out loud as you're writing it down. This really helps with retention, okay? Okay, so let's dive into it. Today we're working on linear functions for Algebra 1, solving linear equations by graphing. Now the first thing here, it says find the roots or the zeros, right, of the function. We're dealing with linear functions, and the way to find the zero or the root of any function is to plug in 0 for y. Now why is that? Well, it's because when y is 0, the graph will cross the x-axis at a certain point. Now, if it doesn't cross the x-axis, right, so there are some functions that just don't cross the x-axis, then you'd be dealing with imaginary numbers. But for this, these are linear equations, so the linear, right, the line will always cross the x-axis. Okay, so let's figure this out. So we're going to start by solving it algebraically. So we plug in 0 for x. We plug, see, I always, sometimes we make mistakes, right? Okay, so we plug in 0 for y, 5x minus 35, right? So 0 equals 5x minus 35. So we use our algebra skills, right? So we do the opposite. So we add 35 on both sides. So we get 35 equals 5x. And then we do the opposite again, right? 5x means 5 times x. So we divide by 5, divide by 5. 35 divided by 5 is 7. X equals 7. Okay, so that is the root of this linear function, or this linear equation. X equals 7. Okay, let's do it one more time over here. So we have 12x plus 4 equals 0. So again, we're doing the opposite, right? So we subtract by 4, because that was a plus 4, against the variable, right? 12x plus 4. So we have 12x equals negative 4. And then we again do the opposite, 12 times x, so we divide by 12, that would be the opposite. And we have x equals negative 4 over 12, but if we reduce that, then that is negative 1 over 3. Okay, so those are some quick algebraic examples. Now we're going to dive into taking those and just graphing them. Right, so we have two other examples here. So again, if I find the root, right, so if I add the 5x on both sides, what they want me to do here is graph this afterwards, right? So I divide by 5, divide by 5, x equals 3. So then I take my little graph here. Okay, so we're going to mark on the graph that x equals 3. 1, 2, 3. But now I have to actually do another point in order to see which way the graph is going, right? Is it positive? Is it negative slope? Okay, so let's check this out. So if we look back at the original equation, right? We got 0 equals 15 minus 5x. Okay, so how do I know where there would be another point, right? Do I know the slope? You know, all of that stuff. So what I could do is I could just plug in another x point. I know that we're going to cross at x equals 3, but I have to have one more point in order to form a line. So I can just plug in another x point from the original thing, right? So the original equation, right? Because remember, technically I plugged in 0 for y. So the original equation was y equals 15 minus 5x. So what I could do is just plug in, like, let's say the number 2, right? If I plug in the number 2 for x, right? So we're not doing y anymore. We're plugging in the number 2 for x. Then I could do this. Y equals 15 minus 5 times 2. So then that would be y equals 15 minus 10. So then y would equal 5. So my point is 2 comma 5. So here's the 2. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of running into the other part of the equation, but that's okay. 5, right? So there's a 5 right there. So 2 comma 5. Okay, so now I can take my ruler, and there you have it on the graph. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this last one for you all at home to do. All right, that's it for today's lesson. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Great job on finishing today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, tell your friends and family. And if you want to dive deeper into chapter test work, you can check out my school platform, skool.com. The link will be in the bio below. And if you want more information on one-on-one tutoring, you can check out my website, rgtutors.com. Thank you again, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye for now.